So today we are going to be sorting our seeds. This is a long time coming. We have needed to do this for a really long time. Right now, all we have is all of our seeds in this Christmas bucket. And then we also have a lot of our other seeds in plastic bags here.
In a picnic basket.
In a picnic basket. So what we did is I actually saw this as a recommendation from Deannacat. If you do not follow, I will put all of the information down in the description, but Deannacat has such helpful information regarding sourdough, seed starting, gardening, making salves, things like that. And she recommended this. It is a plastic tote container with, I don't know what this is used for, maybe photo storage or some beads. I don't know, I'll have it linked down below. But inside is these little storage containers, and in them we are actually going to be putting the seed packets. So I purchased these as well. These are little self-adhesive seed packets. And I also got the smaller size if we don't have very many seeds. And then we also got some of these labels, so I can label on the package. I'm gonna have everything linked in the description of this video, so if you guys are interested in getting any of the stuff that we show here, it'll all be down below. And what we're gonna do today is take out and we're going to separate all of our seeds into like categories. Anything that's in like a weird package, we're gonna repackage into these nice ones.
We've just been ripping them open, and then they're kind of like, the package just gets opened up in like whatever we're storing it in. So then you just have like beans floating around in a bag and you're like, what beans are they?
Beans floating around in a bag.
Yeah.
So if it's something like this and it looks decent, we'll just keep it. But yeah. We're just gonna be doing that today, and we wanted to bring you guys along and you guys can see what kind of seeds we have, and we wanna start getting organized because we are sick and tired of being people that can't find anything that we have, and this seems like a really good solution. So we're just gonna get started, and yeah, cool story. Cool story. So we've got 2 of these containers. I think they came as a set. So we've got some from Johnny Seeds, we've got some, well, just from like Home Depot and stuff, and then we've got a lot from Baker Creek. And we're not gonna go through, maybe we'll go through what everything is, but.
We have a lot, so we're probably not gonna go through everything. A lot.
Like you can see all the seed packets in here. The corn.
So I bought some pink dandelions. I just thought they were cute. I know they're a weed and they grow, but like they're also medicinal and stuff. I never even planted them. That's what I'm talking about. Like kind of just buy, like, seeds can get expensive, so just buy what you're gonna plant.
Or just do whatever you want. Don't let us tell you. How about that?
Because that's what everybody told us, and I was just like, no, I'm gonna buy every seed that I want. Turns out.
What's this?
Turns out no.
Campanula. It's in like a little
flower.
Oh, okay. So flowers we'll put here.
Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes.
Is this orchid? Is that what it's saying? Snapdragons.
Peppers.
So I've got some fruits and things here.
Coriander is different than cilantro.
Coriander is
cilantro.
The seed of cilantro.
Oh, this is Indian, okay.
Okay.
For like Indian food.
Right now I've got some fruits over here, okay?
Okay.
Pumpkin here.
Cabbage.
It is, yeah. I don't know where to put things.
So these, okay, so asparagus, some of these we need to plant like pretty soon. So these we might plant like this week or maybe even today. So I'm gonna keep these completely aside. Asparagus really needs a head start. It's slow growing like for the first 2 or 3 years, I think. So, and I have some from last year behind us that we started, and I'm gonna plant that on the ground this year too. Artichoke might be the same thing, 2 to 3 months before, yeah, so these I'm gonna set aside. All the ones that we need to like get planting soon. Which is kind of crazy, yeah, like it happened quick, like snow on the ground. All right, time to plant.
It's cool, really I'm so happy about it because I am done with winter, let me tell you.
I don't know, I don't eat it like a vegetable. I put it only in things like I would.
Oh, see?
Seed.
What was it? Butter crunch lettuce.
Okay, that's not so bad.
Well, we're gonna be growing some
lettuce in the greenhouse.
Sheesh.
Chicken seed.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Oh, I'm in chaos mode. Hang on.
This is exactly why we're doing what we're doing, because this has happened like so many times with all different seed packets. It's the most frustrating thing.
And seeds are like precious gold. Like one of these could be an entire head of lettuce.
And sometimes it falls apart in the bag. You find it like 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, and you're like, I don't even know which bag this came out of.
Yeah. Daikon radish.
So
Johnny's Seeds has big bags of seeds.
this isn't Johnny's Seeds.
I mean Mountain Valley.
Mountain Valley Seed Co. I bought a big bulk bag of radish, daikon. You can use these like on your soil if you have like really tough clay soil instead of digging it out. These grow really quick and they grow deep and get huge. So
And they're yummy.
you can use these to break up the ground is what I'm trying to say.
Because the roots grow deep? Is that why?
And they'll do it for you. It kind of like tills up the ground without actually having to till it.
Wasn't there another plant that we... Oh, it was the other one that you were gonna grow.
I don't know. But
Was it the artichoke? Jerusalem artichoke? One of them did the same thing that you were talking about. You were gonna grow one that amended the soil because it grows like 6 feet down. Was it this guy right
No,
here?
it's comfrey.
Oh, comfrey!
But yeah, I'm gonna plant a bunch of these this year just to see how it works, and we might end up using them to break up the ground in other spots.
This is crazy behavior, dude. Look at all these lead eye.
Just don't stress it.
Yeah,
They're
each one of those is like a plant.
Let's leave out all our peppers too.
We're gonna start peppers now?
Yeah, we're gonna start peppers. We're gonna start artichokes, asparagus.
Almost dropped it again.
Oh my god.
So look at that. And then I'll get the little label out and label it beans so that we don't have to pull the packets out every time to look at what we have.
See, it says beans.
Yeah, but it's gonna get too frustrating. So do you have the... It should have come with pens.
It should have been. No? No, I can see it in my pen drills.
This would look much nicer with the label maker.
Oh my god, we want to be here for 16 years, or do we want to
16 years.
sort? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Same. Perfect.
Okay.
All right, long bean. These are they're gonna be called pole beans.
Pole beans?
And there's way more than just that. So.
I know.
Maybe we could talk about some of the varieties, like as we're doing this.
Okay.
Give a more intrigue.
Oh. We have a lot of different varieties of different things. And there you go.
And so, yeah.
Hope you guys like that intrigue. Bok choy? You got a bok choy?
Dill is something that we need to plant. Like, I want to actually give
Dill.
pickle making a try. Sunflowers. I want to grow a ton of sunflowers this year. Well, we're gonna.
I want to grow a ton of flowers.
Yeah, we're gonna do a cut flower garden. I'm like dedicated to it. I'm set on it. So we have a ton of compost that's been sitting. I'm gonna build the flower garden. We are gonna build the flower garden, and we are going to start planting into it pretty soon.
Yeah, I am really looking forward to having a lot more flowers on this property. We kind of focused a lot more on veggies last year, but we're gonna kind of go hard with both this year.
Yeah, flowers and more fruit trees, and maybe like some more flowering trees like dogwoods or cherries, just for like beautification.
In the nation.
We did plant a ton of tulips. So like Kristi planted all of the barrels that you saw in one of our videos, I believe. She planted a ton of tulips and daffodils in those. But we did plant a bunch in our yard. What are they called? Crocus.
Crocus, and then we also
Snowdrops.
just did ranunculus as well.
Ranunculus and some snowdrops.
I didn't film any of that because it was kind of pouring down rain, and it was super last minute type of planting. Like we were already walking around outside, and then I was like, well, I might as well just plant right now. So that's kind of how we did it. We'll show you when they start coming up because I'm really excited for the ranunculus. I've never grown them before, and they look gorgeous. All here, herbs are there. Carrot?
Carrots, I have one.
Chive?
We're gonna grow a ton of marigolds. We did some last year. And weirdly, like, okay, so our son loved them. He will go pick every blossom off of those flowers. And the one that he like focused on, his like love, I guess you'll say, and picked the most off of, that one did the best out of all of the marigolds that we planted. That one just like kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Like it got huge by the end of the year, right?
Yeah.
Like there was probably like,
50, 100, yeah.
There was a lot. It turned into a giant bush, basically.
So he was like pruning it, and we were like, no, leave it alone, leave it alone. And then he was picking, and it just turned into this giant, amazing bush. So maybe prune your flowers more.
Yeah, he did it awesome. He's a little gardener. Yeah, we're going to plant a ton more of these because he loved them and we love them. And they're supposed to be good for pest management and stuff. I don't know exactly how that works, but so I've heard.
I was going to say, I thought we had way more pumpkins. Oh, there's pumpkins.
3 to 4 weeks before last frost. So that'll be like mid-February.
So one of these videos we're going to do in the next upcoming video is going to be us sitting down and planning our garden. So this is going to be the first step, organizing our seeds, figuring out what things are, and then we're going to go through, and I think what I might do is on each one of these that I'm labeling, go through and write when you start them. So the outside of the container will say, like, so say it's watermelon, it'll be like, let's say it's like 6 weeks before first frost or whatever is when you want to start it, so that we can visually see when things are supposed to start.
Like this, like, so she wrote beans here and then have like start
4 to 6 weeks or something like that on it.
Before last frost, or like start in mid-April.
Yeah, because it's really hard. Everything has a really specific time that it needs to start and be planted. And also once you plant things in the ground or once you start them, there's a specific date to harvest. And when you don't know that, or you don't have the date, like with a watermelon, let's say you start it on a day, you don't write it down, you have no idea when you put it in the ground, so you don't know when to harvest it, because watermelon is really, really difficult to tell from the outside.
For me, it's impossible.
Oh my God, it's impossible.
We got it wrong
every
watermelon.
Yeah.
Last year, like, I'm like, no, this one has to be ready. It's like been 3 more weeks than the last one, and that one was almost ready. Cut it open, not even close.
Not even close.
And that happened with every one that we opened. Like, it was so disappointing. So, like, I think the key for us is going to be just sticking with that. Like, if it says 100 days from the time you plant it, then it's 100 days, and then that's when you start looking out, like, do they look ready? You know, like, because we just planted things and we just had no idea. And we were like, looks good.
Kind of guessing.
That looks like a watermelon. And then, no, it wasn't.
Okay, I feel like we're missing some seeds. Oh.
There's also a bunch over here, too.
Oh my God. Okay, so we have been sitting and doing this for probably the last hour, and they look awesome. Yeah. It's so nice. We definitely feel like we are missing some seeds. We don't know where 100%. They are.
We're missing a lot of our tomatoes, some of our pepper seeds, and some flowers. Yeah, like,
I know we have more than this. We literally don't know where they are. We're gonna go in the house and look for them.
This is exactly why we needed to do this, was because we had like bags and containers like all over our house and our pantry, and
yeah, it's just chaos. So I'll show you guys what we have so far. All right, so we've got our broccoli, cauliflower, bok choy, and eggplant, cabbage and Brussels sprouts, peppers, radish, kale, cucumber, lettuce, beans, pole beans, more beans, beets, carrots, squash, tomato, watermelon. This is more of our flowers. So we have assorted flowers here, sunflowers, tea flowers, which are chamomile and bee balm, and then corn, cilantro, lemongrass, dill, basil, thyme, pumpkin, onion, and zinnia and marigold. So I know we have more than this. I could go through and show you every single variety. This video would be like 3 hours long because there's so many different varieties in each one, but I'll open up just one of these so you can see.
Well, if you guys want us to, we will make a 3-hour video.
Yeah, just let us know. I'm happy to go through all of them. Do I know very much about them? No, but you can see, you know, the different packets in there. And this is such a great organizational system. It's really inexpensive as well. And I just feel like this is so much better than what we had before. I don't feel overwhelmed by looking at our seed storage anymore.
Everything starts at different times, like in the greenhouse, or some are direct sow. And we might go through and do it right now because we do have this little Clyde's garden planner, and just add the stickers onto these. That way it'll give us like a quick reference. Like we can open this up and be like, okay, we're in February. Here's everything that needs to be started in February.
So if you don't know what Clyde's garden planner is, this was actually Roots and Refuge edition, which I'm sure if you watch our channel, you watch them. And basically you slide this to your average last spring frost. Okay, so let's say that we slide it to about right here. Then you can look and see when you need to start eaching. So like onion sets, you would FP, it says down here, first outdoor planting dates would be around the February 22nd, and it goes through with everything. So then you've got your carrots, then you go to over here, FP. So first planting dates would be around March 29th. And then you can kind of look for everything. And then you see your little green here, you have your green check marks. It shows your expected harvest dates from when you first plant them. So you can see these SI is sow indoors. So you have your sow indoor dates for all of these as well. And then FPs are all gonna be ones that are gonna be recommended for direct sow outdoors. So it's really useful. And then it says here on the side, so you have all of your approximate produce yield, pounds per 10-foot row, 12 inches wide. And then it says natural companion plants near each other. So if you're looking at your radish turnip, then lettuce peas. It's really, really useful. It has a lot of information on this one card. You also have all of these bits of information, seeds and plants per 10-foot row, like how many, planting depth, distance between rows or hills, inches. Like this is just an all-in-one. And then you have a backside as well for fall planting. So then you can do your average first fall frost. And then so let's say ours is in like October 30th. So you've got your fall crops, not recommended for fall crop, it says here. And then protect from heat. It's just really useful information in this one little card. So we're also going to have this linked down in the description of this video, so you guys can look and see if you want to get one of these for your area. It's really, really useful.
Yeah, but we're going to go through, we're going to use that real quick and add like a quick reference sticker to each side of these. That way we can go through and be like, okay, lettuce, this needs to be planted right now. And then like, you know, as the year goes on, like we'll just have a quick reference, like midsummer crops and like early summer, early spring crops.
All right, it's been a few hours now. We've been out here for like about 4 hours, but we finally got everything done. As you can see, we've got like corn, and then on the other side it says when to plant. So this one is direct sow at spring frost. We've got everything in here with their double labels, and this is going to be so nice for when we go and plant. It just feels a lot more approachable, because before it was so chaotic.
Oh my gosh.
And
yeah, it's gonna be great. And we are starting soon. Like some of it, we'll probably plant tomorrow, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks like some kale and some peppers, eggplants, things like that are gonna be starting 8 to 12 weeks before last frost, onions and things like that. So looks like we need to get going on that. Before we start anything, we're gonna do a garden planning. So we're going to map out our garden, how many beds we have, how much square footage, and what we're gonna plant where. This sounds like a lot. So if you're planning on doing a garden and this sounds overwhelming to you, you don't have to do it like this. This is a lot this is probably our 5th year gardening.
We plan on expanding our garden to be like pretty huge this year. So that's why it's gonna be a lot. But if you're just starting out, honestly, just pick like 2 or 3 things, 4 things that you really like, and just grow a couple of varieties of each, or just one variety. Like if you like, you eat a lot of tomatoes, a lot of peppers, and like herbs, just do like basil, tomato, and peppers. Just start small and work your way up. If you do too much, like you'll probably end up neglecting some of them. And
you'll put yourself off of gardening. Yeah. You don't want it to be frustrating and difficult. You want it to be something you enjoy doing. And the thing is if you do too much, it will be overwhelming, because at first it's doable, but once everything starts taking off, it can feel kind of overwhelming. So we're gonna kind of show you, well, we're gonna take you guys along our gardening process this year. We have been doing that in the last few years, but yeah, we're gonna really try to document all of it this year, because we are really hoping that this is our most successful garden year yet. And we'll say that no-dig gardening was incredible for us. And if you don't know much about that, I would highly suggest looking into it. Yeah. It's Charles Dowding that we've, looked at the most in regards to no-dig gardening, but it's what we did last year. And given our previous year's gardening in raised beds, and then last year doing no-dig,
it worked really well. It worked
amazing. We had fantastic results. So
this year we're gonna expand our garden beds, maybe create a bunch more. We're gonna do a cut flower garden. We're gonna plant a bunch more trees, berry bushes. It's gonna be a really busy spring. So.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you at our next video. Bye.